ASMR, and welcome back to the channel. It's just a Frisbee Ramble today. I think we're going to talk about procrastination because I'm having a bit of an issue with that lately. I keep putting things off for as long as I can possibly put them off, and it's really starting to disrupt things. I know some of that might have to do with, actually I'm not even sure if it's related to my ADHD or not, but I know I get so distracted so easily, and then it becomes an issue where it's like, okay, well, I'll do it after I do this, or just this weird thing that I do where it's like I have to have like an initiation of something, so it's like I can't just do it right away. It's like I gotta plan it, but then that plan has to have a specific thing that I'm going to do, which is also probably not going to be immediately done. So it's like, well, I'll do it after I eat, but I won't have a time set for when I will eat. So it's like I need to get this done tonight, but it turns out that I didn't eat until 8 p.m. You know what I mean? So whatever it was I was supposed to do after is like, I'm not feeling it. I don't want to do it this late. So it's just the issue I'm having right now. I don't like the frequency that it's becoming a problem. I mean, I've always procrastinated to some degree, but lately it's really bad. And I'm kind of having an issue with motivation also. So just really mundane things that just seem gargantuan sometimes. That's the crazy thing, that sometimes the littlest thing seems like I'm trying to climb Mount Everest. It's ridiculous. I think I was talking to my therapist about this weeks ago, where it was like, I needed to make an appointment, and it's just a simple call. You know what I mean? Make the call, and I think it was I think it was for my dermatologist, because my skin it's doing a thing right now, and I really need to get over there and get some kind of routine going on with them. But I've just been putting it off. You know what I mean? I don't really want to go. I haven't been to my dermatologist in years. If I'm being completely honest, I don't particularly like her. But anyways, I need to go. But I don't want to have to make those calls right now. And it's not like an anxiety. I mean, it is an anxiety thing, but it's not like a social anxiety thing. Because it was, like, for a long time, I hated talking on the phone. Because I didn't like to hear my voice, and I didn't like other people to hear my voice, and I hated it. I felt like I was really awkward. But then I kind of got over that in the last, I don't know, 3 or 4 years. I just kind of got better at it. And so the issue is just literally the initiation, just getting started. You know what I mean? Like, if I started typing in the numbers in my phone, I would be fine. You know what I mean? It's like the ball's rolling, but I don't like getting the ball rolling is the issue right now. I don't want to get the ball rolling, or I don't feel motivated to do it, or the ball feels like a boulder. You know what I mean? Like a human-sized boulder, and it's really stupid. So it's like, okay, well, I need to call and make this appointment, or I should probably call this family member and talk to them for a bit. But okay, so I'll do that at 3:30. Okay. And then it becomes, let me just wait until I do this one thing, and then right after that I'll do it. But I can't do it until I do that, because then, blah, blah, blah. So that's just kind of what I'm dealing with right now with myself. myself, like, don't do it. Like, if you sit down, you're not going to want to do this later on. Get it done now, or you'll be thinking about it for, like, probably for days, because you didn't do it today, and you're not going to feel like doing it tomorrow, because you're going to find 50,000 excuses. So just do it right now. Get it done. And, you know what I mean? And in that thought process, all those thoughts, it happens in an instant. Like, it's crazy. And that might be the ADHD. I don't know, but it's like snap. So it's like, okay, I'm gonna do it right now, and then I'll be very, very thankful that I did do it. You know what I mean? But it's just like, I don't always get that, you know, that voice saying, let's go right now. But it's with the 5-second rule. It's, you gotta be more conscious. You know what I mean? So it's like I catch myself. Oh, you'll catch yourself, right? Us, whoever, we'll catch ourselves, and then we'll start the countdown, right? So it's like, all right, time to wash the dishes. Are you sitting there, and you're like, oh, I need to wash the dishes, and it's like, wait, you know what I mean? You got the time right now, just do it. So start that countdown, and then, you know, like 5, 4, just get up before you get to 1. Just get yourself up, motivate yourself, just do it, go. And then you get up and go wash the dishes. You know what I mean? So, anyways, procrastination. That's the issue I'm dealing with. I do have a schedule now, so it's supposed to be Monday, Thursday, and Saturday. So 3 times a week. And I've been liking that, because that's how it's been for a couple weeks now. And I like that. So it's not too overwhelming, you know what I mean? Because with comments, you know, remember I told you, I mean, you might remember, but if you don't, I said when I first started doing videos again this year that I didn't look at the comments of a video until I was uploading the next video. So whatever would happen with the current video that I uploaded, I wouldn't see the comments or be able to respond until the next video, because that was just better for me to not obsess about anything. But that's got to change now because of this current schedule. So you get 3 videos coming out a week, and it's just, so I'm trying to, as of today, really, to like basically like just keep an eye on things more, so that people aren't like making comments and I'm like not responding until like a week later or 4 or 5 days or something, you know what I mean? Or actually seeing a comment and then forgetting to comment, like reply. Like I have seen one, I just noticed, and I still haven't replied to it, because now I'm like, well, if I reply 5 weeks later, they might feel some kind of way. Like it might be worse than the fact that I didn't respond at all. But it's crazy because I remember my response in my head to that comment. But I don't know. I didn't pull the trigger on it for some reason. So it's still there. So I'm not even going to mention the comment. But yeah. But anyways, if you're new to the channel, welcome, compadre. Thank you. So hope you enjoy. So yeah. I'm trying to be a little less self-deprecating. We'll see how that goes. I mean, it's sort of kind of a natural thing, sort of in a comical way, but then sometimes that it kind of, you know, it seeps into a little less of a comical way, a little less comical and more into, you know, not, you know what I mean? So, and just like I said, remember in that video, I'm not trying to take my own advice and being kind to myself. You know, I told you I hate like generic things like that, even when there are actually like there's substance to them. Like there can be substance in the generic. I mean, it's an unfortunate fact. But you know, but it's like, yeah, you do have to be kind to yourself. And you know, I mean, I've come a long way, like you guys did. I wasn't even making videos when, like, I first started therapy, because it was a while ago. But like back then, I was basically a totally different person. And sometimes even to this day, like I don't realize like the massive, improvements I've made, and growth, and understanding, and like I've learned a lot, and I see a lot, and it's therapy is a really good tool. They say it's not for everybody, but I honestly think it's for everybody. Yeah, so it's just about having the right therapist, the right mental health team. And I've learned a lot through like the skills that you learn through therapy and through all of these behavioral, cognitive stuff, and seeing patterns and understanding things like distorted thoughts. And anyways, so 19 minutes, and I don't really feel like I've done a whole lot of going off topic. So real quick, another thing I'm sort of struggling with is sort of being, I don't think the word's resentful, but I'm just kind of holding on to things. I guess it's sort of like a grudge. I'm just kind of, like, I'll get pissed off at somebody, and I'll just kind of stay pissed off at them and be really stubborn about just getting over it. And especially now where it's like I understand like the importance of like your family and your friends. It's like, you never know when someone's going to suddenly be gone. And so it's like it's like there's so many small things that we really take for granted. Like, you know what I mean? Like this is such a really trivial thing to be like upset about, right? In the grand scheme of things. And so now we aren't talking because, of this thing, and it's like, well, what if something happened? And like, you know what I mean? And it's like, so this was our last interaction was like me being passive aggressive and ignoring you. Awful. And so it's like I see that, right? Like I recognize the issues with that. And it's like I'm still like, okay, get over it, but then it's like there's part of me that does not want to get over it. It's like I'm just like stubborn, but I'm just like and I know some of it's the BPD, because emotional regulation is like the big thing with BPD. And I do feel things intensely. So like, when I feel slighted, I will take that very personally. Like, you know what I mean? Like, that's definitely another problem, is taking things personally. Even if they're small or unintentional, I don't really forget them. That's kind of one of the things. Like, I never forget when I feel like I've been slighted or, disrespected or, pushed aside or something like that. I never forget those things. You know what I mean? It could have been something so teeny, from like 10 years ago. I remember that. You know what I mean? And it could involve someone who I barely know. I might have only met them one time, you know what I mean? But if I see them again in 10 years, I'm going to remember that, and I'm going to feel the way I felt then about them. And it's bad. Sometimes I can, rationalize for myself and get myself out of it. And honestly, that's what I do most of the time, because I would have no friends or family if I didn't, you know what I mean? I would have cut everybody off. And it would have just been like that, and it would have been stupid, you know what I mean? like I can't even imagine, you know what I mean? And I'll overthink. That's really the big thing, and it's like I'm always reading between the lines. So it's like, I'm immediately going like, why did you do this? Even if it's a good thing, I'm like what, like, okay, so why did you do that? And it's like, oh, like, are you trying to get at something, or do you want something, or, or is there like oh, you know what I mean? Like, I don't know. It's just, the overanalyzing is a problem, and I can easily find an issue with something, or I can look and find like the deep-rooted thing in there, and it could be true. Most of the time it isn't, but it could be. And it's like, I have so many instances where I'm like contemplating my friendships with certain people, because of a sentence they said, and that's just kind of like the problem with me. You know what I mean? Because it might not matter in the career scheme of things, but for me, it's like it's registered in there and it's there forever, unless I can, rationalize it out. But even still, you know what I mean? I'll be able to reference that later on. You know what I mean? It's like, oh yeah, I do remember that one time that I thought this, and then it's like, well, what if this new thing made it that so that thing was actually what I thought it was? You see how this happens? It's a vicious cycle. So, 25 minutes. I guess I lied, because I said I was going to try to make these videos shorter, and this is almost certainly going to be a 30-minute video. So, like, I think I said I wanted it to be like 15 to 20 minutes tops. Sorry about that. Really, it just hurts me because the longer a video is, the less people watch it or watch it all the way through. So it's like, really, you should cut it down. You know what I mean? At this point, who knows who made it this far? So this conversation probably doesn't matter. But at the same time, that kind of tells me that if I want to get into more deeper things, I should wait towards the later end of what I'm talking of the video to talk about it, because it's like less people will know what I'm talking about, and so they might have ever heard it in the first place. So it's like, okay, good, I don't have to worry about that. So yeah, I'm trying to change it up a bit with the stuff that I do. I really do like that Reddit series, but I have not liked the last couple that I've done. Really like the hypothetical one. Or did I? Actually, I liked that, but I didn't like it. Yeah, so, but I think there was just one that I did. What was that? I think it's you should know, or you should know. And I did not like that. What am I talking about? I took off my little fur like mic thing, and I put that other one back on, the little black one. I just felt like a change. You know what I mean? Even though I felt like the mic just seems so much more professional with that big furry one. I don't know, it's just stupid, but now I just have this regular one on there. So yeah, but I'm kind of like it because I think it changes like the sounds I can use. And I think the other day I might have taken this out of the video, but I talked very briefly about how I changed the mic settings. Anyways, I found out that I had changed them wrong. I had all of the settings and what they do like mixed up entirely. So I had to. Anyways, 2 minutes left. Are we going to just run the clock out now? But yeah, so if you made it this far, tell me how you handle procrastination, and how do you handle grudges and disputes and stuff like that, because life is short. Life is so short in the grand scheme of things. If you think about how long Earth's been around, and how little a single person can live, you know what I mean? Even if you make it to 100, 120 years somehow, that's still minuscule in the grand scheme of things. Because once you're gone forever. Or are you? not today. That would definitely be its own like 30, 40, 50, 60 minute. But that would be a good video to touch down on, because I have a lot of questions and thoughts and in my head about things like that. So one day, maybe the next Whisper Ramble, I don't know, but we'll see. So if you enjoyed the video, I'm glad, and I will see you in the next one.